Okay. Hi, Sheila. Hi, Jamie. We're going to take a little tour of this apartment. I'm going to go to the front for you. So a little background is I live in the Roxborough. This apartment comes on the market on Monday. Like most of our apartments in this building, this one included, our apartments are pretty much below market value. However, our landlord's like an 85-year-old old Greek man. It's one of the last privately owned high-rises in the city. Or mid-rise, whatever you want to say. It's 12 stories, but a large building. So with that, he has no idea what goes on in reality, and you have to put up with him. But I only hear from him a few times a year. You'll be fine. Okay, so let's go to the front door and open like we're walking in. All right. You're 6BA. And then you walk in, and you walk right into your living room. So let's close the door behind us so they don't catch me sneaking in and taking a video before the apartment's finished. 85-year-olds don't normally like that. All right, that's your phone to the lobby on the right, my left. Here's your living room. I think it's hard to get like depth perspective on my iPhone. However, it's not a large living room, I'll be honest with you. But it's like a medium-sized living room for Manhattan. It's not on the smaller end, it's not on the larger end. If you've been to Andrew's apartment, it's about 2/3 the size of his living room because it doesn't have the kitchen attached to it. But there's enough room for like a sofa, a small sofa, a desk, TV, play area. Functionality, it's everything you need. Okay. I'm gonna make a note to a lot of the closets in the apartment because most Manhattan apartments do not have closets. This apartment, for whatever reason, seems to have a lot of large closets. And if you guys have a lot of stuff because you're coming from Toronto and you need to put it in places, also you probably have a lot of stuff because you have a kid, it's probably a great feature. So we'll take some pictures of that as well and we'll have it in the video. Okay. There's also a lot of overhead lighting, which is good because a lot of apartments don't have that. So they cheap out on electricity, I guess, the wiring. So here's your closet in your living room. You can see it's large. It's a large closet. Somebody left a hat. The workmen are still in here working on everything, so you're gonna see tools and stuff around. All right. So then here's a door into the rest of the apartment, which is nice because sometimes in the building, there's a lot of kids in this building. If you want to have a kid over and you don't want to clean the rest of the house, this way you can close it off. Okay. So then you close and you come into the main area of the home. There's the first thing, it's another closet on your left. It looks like they just stripped the paint off of this. Like I said, the apartment's not finished yet. They're still working on it. The walls are still wet, I should be careful. But it's a very, very big closet. You just can't tell because it's so dark right now. All right. So because the apartments are cheaper, a lot of times people put in things that they want themselves. So it appears somebody has put in a stained glass window in this apartment. It looks beautiful, I have to tell you. It's quite charming. The opposite side's the kitchen. And then when the light comes into the kitchen, it's quite beautiful. All right, so we're going down the hallway. The first room off the hallway is the master. You can see they're still doing construction on it. It's a normal size master bedroom for a Manhattan rental. So in that way, you're good. You could put a large bed in here. You could put a desk, your armoire, your dresser. In a rental unit, unless you want to go into, I mean, come on, in New York City, you could rent an apartment for $4 million a month. But in a normal luxury building, this is a normal size master. So in that way, you're good. So let's take a little look around. It's very, it's still plain. You have a large closet to your left. Okay, so randomly there's no bathroom in the master. However, there's a sink. I'm not sure what that's about, but you have a sink. It almost feels like that there's water and electric here. There was once a washer and a dryer and someone changed it out for a sink. You'd be amazed what happens when you have an 85-year-old landlord, but that would be my best guess. someone changed that out. However, there is laundry in the basement. I don't have a washer and dryer in my unit. Also, you can send your laundry out for like 79 cents a pound. That's what most people do, myself included. Yeah, so there's your random sink, which if I had to guess was one so washer and dryer space, especially because there's a ledge here. Okay. So let's go look at the view. It looks over on Broadway. You're in a nice area. All of the best prep schools are in walking distance. I realize you guys aren't here for the long haul, so you probably don't need to send your kid to 80, it's really $32,000 preschool to feed into these schools. So there is a JCC down the street that has a nursery school. Lucky for you, I'm on board. So you can always send William there. And a lot of the non-lifers who don't want to get into that prep school track, they send the kids there. We're also sharing a block with a Goddard school. So if you want something non-dominational, you can drop William off in walking distance. It's there. The JCC is also in walking distance, and there's also a Medical 1 in this neighborhood if Sheila wants to work there. And that works all out for you guys. So the famous Greystone Hotel is in, you can look over at that. That's now rentals. It's no longer a hotel. It's a nice block. There's a few other buildings, one more doorman, 3 walk-ups, and then a big brownstone that a former C-level executive that Citigroup lives in. So it's a nice area. We have a harbor 20 blocks away you can walk to in the summer. We're equidistant to Manhattan's 2 largest parks, so it's a family-friendly area, which you could probably guess from the prep schools. And the reason I mention that is there's a lot of young families here, so you can probably make a lot of friends. All right, now we have walked into the kitchen. Oh, this is also considered to be the second most expensive neighborhood in Manhattan to the West Village, which is mostly singles, and it's also the most densely populated Jewish community. So, a lot going on, a lot of great people to meet. Here's your stained glass into the kitchen. There's plenty of room in this kitchen to put more workspace if you want, like butcher's blocks, a table. This is a great sized kitchen for Manhattan. If you don't have a living area like to put a dining table in, I don't know if you need a dining table. This is great because you can put a dining table in here, like a 4-seater or a 6-seater, and be totally fine. I don't know what's getting gutted out of this or not, but here's your fridge, your cabinets, dishwasher's great. A lot of apartments don't have them. Your sink, your stove. You have a full-size stove, which is nice. Most of them are smaller sized. It is a little old, much like the building. I can tell you inside of my cabinets, they're nicely done, so let's open this up. Great, there are your cabinets, they look good. You have a view of a lovely stone wall over here, and then onto the street. So let's get out of the kitchen. I don't remember if I showed you this, so I was busy chatting. So here's your closet, your kitchen closet. It's a walk-in, if you're as short as me. Sheila, I don't know how tall you are, but it wouldn't be a walk-in if Jamie is Andrew sized, but in theory it is a walk-in closet. Okay. Let's go back into the hallway and take a look at William's room and the bathroom. All right, here's one more closet for you. This looks like some kind of book, toy storage area. Another high-rise part to that. Okay, and on to the bathroom. It's obvious they're still in the process of gutting the bathroom, but looks like the tub just got a fresh coat of paint. You have a little, someone put in some kind of nice thing there. Overhead lighting looks good. Okay, you have to put a shower curtain up. Looks like you have a brand new toilet.